It's hard to think of many things that go together better than Saturday morning cartoons and video games, so it's no wonder we got so many games of our favourite tunes. So join me as we take a look at some of the best and some of the worst of the bunch. My name's Scott and welcome to Living Rad. After rewatching some of the classic episodes of Darkwing Duck on Disney Plus over the last week or so, I decided it was time to dust off the game and give it a spin and see if it's as good as the amazing TV series. Let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck is a side-scrolling platformer akin to Mega Man. In fact, it was actually made using an edited version of the Mega Man 5 engine, but it's a lot easier than any of the Mega Man games and a lot shorter, with a total of 7 stages. Unlike Mega Man, you can't pick from all of the stages straight away. Instead, you can pick from one of the first set of 3 levels, and once they're finished you can then pick from the second lot of 3. And then once they're done, you're on to the final level. Each stage has an end boss, all of which are enemies from the series, so fans of the show can enjoy fighting their favourite bad guy, my personal favourite being Bushroot. So how do we defeat these evildoers? Darkwing is equipped with his standard gas gun, and you can pick up additional more powerful sub-weapons throughout the game. There's 3 of them to choose from. Heavy gas, which hits the floor and shoots left and right. Thunder gas, which shoots 2 shots diagonally. And finally, arrow gas, which fires a powerful arrow. The arrow sticks in walls for a short amount of time, which is the only way to access a few hidden areas. The sub-weapons use gas power, so you need to keep them topped up by collecting gas canisters. The small one tops you up 1 point and the large one gives you 10. There's also a few other items to collect. These are stolen goods which Fowl have left lying about or sometimes drop after you dispatch them. A diamond which gives you 100 points and a gold bar which gives you 500 points. And if you get 5,000 points you'll get an extra life at the end of the stage. The heart in the top left hand corner of the screen is Darkwing's health, and it's split into 4 quarters, meaning you can get hit 4 times before you die. There's 2 types of health pickup, a small one which regenerates 1 quarter, and a large one which will regenerate whatever you've lost. The last item is the 1-up in the shape of Darkwing Duck. Each of the 7 stages has 2 bonus stages, which are free of enemies and filled with items, a great way to power up your gas gun and get plenty of 1-ups. The bonus stages are also the only place where Goslin shows up. DW doesn't just shoot though, he can block some attacks with his cape and dodge others by ducking. He can also hang from certain ledges and hooks, and jump through some platforms and grab on underneath it. All of these techniques are essential and will help you get through the game, so it's best to get to grips with them early on. Although it can be tough to start, you have unlimited continues and you don't lose progress when you do continue. Any level you've beaten stays beaten, so it's not impossible. And like any Nintendo game, the key is to learn the patterns of each enemy, and once you've got those mastered, you'll fly through it. I've enjoyed playing through Darkwing Duck immensely. It's got the balance of challenge and fun just right, and does the cartoon service by including plenty of characters, both good guys and bad guys, from the show. It's a solid game and a great way to kill a couple of hours once you've watched all the episodes and you're looking for another Masked Mallard hit. I'd never beaten the game before, although I played it many times over the years, but I've seen it through at least 5 times whilst getting footage for the video, and gotten better and better each time. It controls perfectly, it sounds great, and has a good variety of enemies and levels, although I do think the final level, Fowl's Floating Fortress, is a bit of a rip-off of the castles in Mario 3, and a few spots are overwhelming with enemies, but luckily you got unlimited continues. Other than that, I've got nothing really bad to say about it. It's a great game, and a must own for the original Nintendo. Just to round things up, I'd like to share with you a few helpful hints and tips I've picked up whilst playing through the game. But if you want to avoid any spoilers, I'd switch off in a second. But before you do that, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching, and I'd appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up and subscribe, as I've got many more Saturday morning cartoon games to get through. If you don't mind spoilers, let's continue on to the hints and tips. First of all, take your time. There's no time limit and enemies respawn infinitely. So if you need some health or some ammo for your gas gun, find an easy enemy and kill him over and over until you get the item you need, before you move on to potentially harder enemies. Quackerjack can be easily defeated with a heavy gas gun. The arrow gun is really useful, so try and keep hold of it. It will make short work of bosses, and there are some areas only accessible with this sub-weapon. Find the bonus stages and collect as many gas canisters as possible, so you've got plenty of ammo for the bosses. Some enemies it actually pays not to shoot. When you're fighting Steelbeak, take out the 2 robots and then quickly jump up to the hook on the top left hand corner. From there you can destroy the robots as they respawn and take out Steelbeak at the same time. Then when he jumps down to the floor, fire at him with arrows and then quickly jump up on the hook before he throws the steel door at you. Rinse and repeat until he's done. He's actually pretty simple. And that's it for Darkwing Duck. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time for more Saturday morning cartoon gaming action.